Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On second down, here's Peterman. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays.
All right, here we go. Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, Peterman. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Joey Bosa in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 1, continues. On into the end zone for a touchback. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 20. Rivers now to throw on first down. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throwing Rivers, going underneath for Gordon, and down he'll go at the 25. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field.
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Jerry Hughes in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. Back deep here, Marcus Murphy. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. Now they can't bring him down. And they're running right through it. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. Allen going to try and throw on third down. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. So that'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now the first carry for the former Jaguar. This is Chris Ivory, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The Bills on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
All right, now look at 56. All right, here we go.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Charles, I think sometimes maybe we take LaShawn McCoy for granted. Been in the league since 2009. He's played 12 or more games every season as a running back. 30 years old this year. What do you see for his future?
I still see a very bright future for him, and you're exactly right. We do kind of take him for granted. Remember, he was with Philadelphia. Then he goes to Buffalo. Buffalo goes through the playoff drought before last season. And the Eagles, they win a Super Bowl without him. So, yeah, we forget just how special he is. But I do think with his running style, he's got many more seasons left.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up!
And now they'll throw with Allen. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. Sharp move, but can't find much space. Dropped just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 4, and they're going to have a third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The Bills on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They run with their short yardage man, Ivory. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. They'll run for it. Ivory. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. To throw, it's Allen. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
No. Patriot!
They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
Here's McCoy. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. LaShawn McCoy, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Hauschka adds the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here's Desmond King on the return. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Rivers now. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
First down, Rivers. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to Buffalo after this. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Able to get away. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Jerry Hughes in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Rivers. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. A first down throw here for Rivers. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
No, check. Patriot! Patriot! Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hurry up, here we go!
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Hauschka's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They're in the 2nd quarter at Heinz Field. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. A very tough run, but for a pretty short gain out near the 32. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a second down throw for Rivers. Completes it to Benjamin. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. Nifty move by Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. To return it now, here's King. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Let's go. Keep it skinny. Hey, Delta!
Second down, Rivers. And it's complete to Antonio Gates. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
12. Keep it skinny. Hey, hot.
Rivers now on second down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Lorenzo Alexander in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And that is incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, we'll credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11.
Gone! Now let's go! Blue Lanny! Detroit Lanny!
Allen now looks to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Bills on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is third and 11. From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. He'll spot it at the 44. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, this is Ivory. Unable to get Ivory down. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They stay on the ground. Ivory again. And he's brought down. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Watch him now, Barney. All right, here we go. Blue Lanny. Blue Lanny. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, Allen. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with his first NFL pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards, I would dare say. They need something good to happen right here, right now.
Looking to throw on second down. Rivers. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Lorenzo Alexander in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack.
Hey, go orange. Orange.
Operating from the gun. Rivers. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
And absolutely zero surprise that that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen? But 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up.
Now, that's just a head-scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Detroit! Detroit!
The drive begins with a run by Ivory. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Allen looks to throw on second down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. You gave the stat early on that he's one of just 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards last year, and then you said they needed to bottle him up for under 100 yards. He's way under 100 yards.
Bottom line, he's had virtually no success whatsoever.
And because of that, among a couple other reasons, they're down on the scoreboard.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Detroit. Blue Detroit. 90.
Now Allen throwing on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Bills on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Gone. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
He'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? or they're going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction.
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That is incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
12.
To throw again. Rivers. And to the right side here, it's Allen. The Charger first down. Rivers hooking up with Allen. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Now Gordon on first down. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he is down deep into Buffalo territory.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
From the red zone now, Rivers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The intended receiver there, Allen, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Red.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Rivers. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. Allen
now on first down. He's going to let this one go deep.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Allen. They set up the screen to Ivory. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Allen, he's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Keep it skinny.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Keep it skinny. Keep it skinny.
Rivers. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man, complete. A big play there for the Chargers. 46 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. A kneel down here from Rivers, and that should be it.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you're primed to pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for our visitors, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll return.